Do you ever feel like certain parts of your life just quiet down as you get older? Like some things that used to be a natural, even important part of your well-being are suddenly off the table, or just not talked about. There's this unspoken idea that, as we age, certain needs and activities just fade away, aren't they? And when we don't address those needs, when we ignore that part of ourselves, we can end up feeling less vital, more stressed, maybe even dealing with discomfort or a general sense of something missing. It's a painful reality for many people, this feeling of declining vitality or accepting limitations that maybe aren't inevitable. But what if there was a simple, natural way to maintain a sense of well-being, keep things working smoothly, and even boost your mood and overall health right into your later years? A secret, perhaps, that many aren't comfortable discussing openly, but which has real, tangible benefits. In this video, we're going to gently explore a topic that many might find surprising when linked to health in old age. We'll talk about why doctors and health professionals are starting to acknowledge the benefits of maintaining certain types of physical activity, including self-intimacy, and what could happen if you simply neglect this aspect of your well-being as you get older. We'll look at how staying connected with your own body, even in private ways, can impact everything from your stress levels to your physical comfort and overall vitality. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you about the broader implications of this often overlooked part of life. Let's dive into why maintaining some form of sexual activity, including self-pleasure, can be surprisingly beneficial as you age, and what happens if you just let that part of your life go dormant. Think about it like any other muscle or function in your body. If you don't use it, it can start to decline. While not exactly a use it or lose it scenario in the direst sense, ignoring your sexual health and vitality can certainly impact your overall well-being in ways you might not expect. One of the first things that can be affected is your pelvic health. For both men and women, the pelvic floor muscles are incredibly important for everything from bladder control to core stability. Regular sexual activity, including masturbation, can help to keep these muscles engaged and toned. It's a natural form of exercise for the pelvic region. When you don't engage these muscles regularly, they can weaken over time. This can lead to issues like urinary incontinence, which is incredibly common but not necessarily a normal part of aging that you just have to accept. It can also affect bowel function and just a general sense of pelvic discomfort or instability. Imagine the difference between someone who stays physically active, even moderately, and someone who becomes completely sedentary. The active person maintains better muscle mass, flexibility, and overall function. While sexual activity is different from lifting weights, it does involve muscle contractions and blood flow to specific areas that are crucial for healthy bodily functions. So, neglecting this aspect can contribute to a decline in pelvic floor strength and function, potentially leading to frustrating and embarrassing problems down the road. Beyond the purely physical mechanics, there's the significant impact on stress levels and emotional well-being. We all know that stress can wreak havoc on our bodies, from raising blood pressure to disrupting sleep. Sexual activity, including masturbation, is a natural stress reliever. It releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals in the brain which can elevate your mood, reduce anxiety, and promote a sense of calm. As we navigate the challenges and changes that often come with aging, perhaps dealing with health issues, loss of loved ones, or changes in routine, managing stress becomes even more critical. If you lose this outlet for stress relief, or simply don't replace it with something equally effective, you might find yourself feeling more anxious, irritable, or even depressed. It's a simple, accessible way to self-soothe and regulate your emotions. Ignoring this potential tool for managing stress is like choosing not to exercise or meditate if those things helped you feel better. You're simply missing out on a powerful, natural way to support your mental and emotional health. Consider the cumulative effect of chronic stress over time. It can exacerbate existing health conditions and make you more susceptible to new ones. Maintaining a healthy way to release tension and boost your mood can make a remarkable difference in your overall quality of life. It's about nurturing your emotional landscape and giving yourself moments of pleasure and release in a world that can sometimes feel overwhelming. And then there's the impact on sleep. Many older adults struggle with sleep disturbances, difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or feeling rested. Sexual activity, again including masturbation, can often lead to relaxation and sleepiness afterward. The release of tension and the hormonal changes that occur can help prepare your body and mind for rest. If you're finding it harder to unwind in the evenings, or if anxiety keeps you tossing and turning, losing this natural sleep aid could be contributing to your problems. Imagine adding another tool to your toolkit for getting a good night's sleep, alongside things like avoiding caffeine before bed or establishing a routine. Foregoing this simple activity means potentially missing out on a natural way to calm your nervous system and drift off more easily. Poor sleep, as we know, has a cascading effect on health, impacting everything from cognitive function to immune response. So, neglecting this aspect of your life isn't just about pleasure. It's about potentially impacting a fundamental pillar of good health: getting adequate, restful sleep. It's a chain reaction, where one healthy habit supports another, and conversely, neglecting one can have unintended consequences down the line. Maintaining this kind of physical and emotional release is a small act that can have surprisingly far-reaching positive effects on your daily and nightly life. It's about recognizing that all parts of your well-being are interconnected. Moving on from sleep and stress, let's consider the benefits to circulation and general vitality. Any form of physical arousal and activity increases blood flow throughout the body. This improved circulation is beneficial for cardiovascular health, keeping your blood vessels healthier and more elastic. While it's not a replacement for aerobic exercise, it contributes to overall vascular health. For men, regular ejaculation has been linked in some studies to a potentially lower risk of prostate cancer. This is a complex area of research, and no doctor would say that masturbation guarantees you won't get prostate cancer, but some studies suggest a correlation between more frequent ejaculation and reduced risk. Ignoring this possibility means potentially missing out on a simple, low-risk activity that might offer some protective benefits. For women, maintaining blood flow and elasticity in the vaginal tissues can help prevent dryness and discomfort, which can make intimacy, even with oneself, much more comfortable and enjoyable. These physical benefits, while perhaps not life-saving on their own, contribute to a general sense of vitality and physical well-being. When you maintain these functions, when you keep the blood flowing and the tissues healthy, you just feel better, more alive, and more comfortable in your own skin. It's about supporting the physical structures and processes that keep you feeling healthy and functioning optimally. Furthermore, maintaining this aspect of your life is crucial for preventing discomfort and potential pain. For both men and women, if sexual activity ceases entirely for a long period, the tissues and muscles involved can become less elastic and less responsive. This can make it more difficult and even painful to resume activity later on, should you wish to. For men, lack of regular ejaculation can sometimes lead to congestion in the prostate, potentially causing discomfort. For women, reduced blood flow and elasticity can lead to vaginal atrophy, causing dryness, itching, and pain during any form of penetration. Regularly stimulating these areas helps to maintain their health, elasticity, and natural lubrication. It's a preventative measure against potential future discomfort. Think of it like stretching to maintain flexibility. If you stop stretching entirely, your muscles and joints get stiff, and it becomes harder to move freely. Similarly, if you stop engaging these specific parts of your body, they can lose some of their natural function and comfort. Doctors often talk about the importance of keeping joints mobile. Well, keeping these other areas stimulated and healthy is also a form of maintaining mobility and comfort in a very personal part of your body. Ignoring this can set you up for physical challenges and discomfort that could potentially be avoided or minimized. It's about proactively caring for your body in all its aspects. Beyond the purely physical, there's the aspect of maintaining intimacy and connection, even if it's just with yourself. As we age, opportunities for traditional partnered intimacy might decrease due to various reasons: loss of a partner, health issues, or simply changing circumstances. Self-pleasure allows you to maintain a connection with your own body, to experience physical pleasure, and to feel a sense of intimacy and self-acceptance. This can be incredibly important for mental and emotional well-being. Feeling disconnected from your body, or feeling that parts of you are no longer functional or relevant, can contribute to feelings of loneliness or even depression. Maintaining this ability to give yourself pleasure is an act of self-care and self-love. It reinforces a positive body image and reminds you that you are still capable of experiencing pleasure and sensation. If you simply neglect this without replacing the emotional and physical benefits it provides, You might feel a sense of loss, even if you can't quite articulate what it is. It's about recognizing that intimacy takes many forms, and self-intimacy is a valid and important one, especially as we age and our relationships and circumstances may change. It's about maintaining a connection with yourself and honoring your own needs for pleasure and physical comfort. Finally, letting this aspect of your life dwindle can impact your overall sense of vitality and enjoyment of life. Sexual health and pleasure are often linked to a feeling of being alive, vibrant, and connected to your body in a fundamental way. Ignoring this can contribute to a general feeling of decline or that your best years are behind you. By contrast, maintaining this capacity for pleasure and physical sensation can help you feel younger, more energetic, and more engaged with life. It's a reminder that aging doesn't mean the end of all forms of physical pleasure or connection. It's about holding on to a part of your identity and your capacity for joy and sensation. If you don't masturbate or engage in some form of self-intimacy, and you don't have another outlet for that kind of physical and emotional release, you might find yourself feeling less vibrant, less joyful, and simply duller. It's not just about the act itself, but what the act represents. Maintaining a connection to your physical self, honoring your capacity for pleasure, and actively choosing to nurture a fundamental aspect of human experience that doesn't magically disappear at a certain age. It's about retaining a spark of vitality and pleasure that contributes significantly to a fulfilling life in your later years. So, we've talked about the surprising connections between maintaining sexual activity, including self-intimacy, and various aspects of health as you age, from pelvic strength and preventing discomfort to managing stress, improving sleep, boosting circulation, and maintaining a sense of vitality and connection. It might seem like a sensitive or even uncomfortable topic to discuss openly, but ignoring it doesn't make the potential impacts go away. Doctors and health professionals are increasingly recognizing that sexual health is an important part of overall health and well-being at any age. Neglecting this area isn't just about missing out on pleasure. It's potentially impacting physical functions like bladder control and tissue health, contributing to increased stress and poorer sleep, and diminishing your overall sense of vitality. It's not about pressure or obligation. It's about awareness and empowerment. Understanding that something as private as self-pleasure can have tangible benefits for your physical and mental health gives you another tool in your arsenal for aging well. Remember, small changes and being mindful of your body's needs can make a big difference to your health and happiness. It's about giving yourself permission to explore and nurture this aspect of your well-being, free from judgment or outdated notions about what's appropriate at your age. It's your body, and your well-being is paramount. Don't hesitate to explore what feels right and good for you. We'd love to hear your thoughts, or if you have any questions about this or other aspects of aging well. Share your experiences or questions in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going respectfully. If you found this information helpful or surprising, please give the video a thumbs up so others can find it too. And for more practical tips and insights on living your best life at every age, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Taking care of yourself, in all ways, is the key to a vibrant and fulfilling life. Live your best life at every age.